Four, 14 days to my nephew's wedding in Porto, Portugal. And so today, I guess it's sort of a status update. Here we are. We've been going now for 5 weeks. We're under 2 weeks left. Um, and there were all kinds of things, which may be part of the reason that it's kind of hard to judge exactly how we're doing because we're working on so many things at once. So today, I had mentioned in previous videos, I've been out of town. I've been in DC. I had pre-recorded a whole bunch of the videos, and while I was in DC, actually, I was walking a lot. I had a hotel. The hotel was maybe I don't know, half mile away from where most things were. So every day I was walking back and forth multiple times. So I was getting walking in, and I was outside while I was walking. It was generally sunny. Um, so that was kind of it in terms of exercise and that kind of stuff. I didn't gain any weight while I was there, although these last couple of days, I don't know, I've been so hungry. I don't know what it is. And I'm a little worried about stepping on the scale tomorrow, but we'll deal with that. So today it's a Sunday, and I worked a little bit, but not a lot. I was kind of light today, and I thought, you know what? You've been inside. You need to get outside. You need to go. So I went to the park, and I went over there. And one of the things that I'm trying to do, and I'm doing this both for vacation, but also for health. Um, I, I have to, like, with my last set of cancer and all that stuff, one of the things that's important is getting enough vitamin D, getting enough exercise, trying to work on, taking extra calcium, trying to really make sure that I keep my bone density up. And so part of that is getting enough vitamin D. And I do take a vitamin, but, you know, I, my doctor told me a while ago, it's like, you really need to try to get some sun. And so I've been trying to do better about that this year, but I don't know. It just, I was out, I've been out in the sun a number of times, and I'm out in almost for 30 minutes or so. And since I haven't been out in the sun, I'm like, I'm probably just going to be a lobster. I am probably going to be burnt so bad. And I'm so pale that even when I'm sunburned, I'm pale. So I don't know what to do. I went over there again today, and I took my shirt off while I was walking around, and it's one of those things. So I've lost a lot of weight, so I'm. It's not like I'm you know significantly overweight, but I'm also I'm not. I don't even though I've said it before, I'm kind of skinny fat. I've got quite a bit of sort of loose, jiggly stuff kind of around my stomach and back, and still manage to look skinny sort of at the same time. But I took my shirt off the whole time while I was walking around there. I didn't have on shorts. I wish I'd had on shorts to try to get some sun on my legs as well. But so I was walking around, and it's kind of funny. We're in different times. So when I was a kid, which I admit was a really long time ago, you know, in in the summer, pretty much most men just when they were outside, they didn't wear shirts most of the time, and we really don't do that much anymore. And I think there's a lot of reasons for that. It's been a cultural change. I think another thing is that you know, back when I was a kid, men in general tended to stay a lot more fit than they do today. And so I think part of that today is that so many of us men are out of shape, and it's like, I don't know, man, you don't feel like you look good. You don't feel like you don't really want to. And so not many people go without their shirts, and so it feels a little funny, but I'm getting used to it. That's one of the things I thought, take your shirt off. You need the sun, you need the vitamin D, you need to do it, you need to try, and it could be good for you. Hopefully, you'll get some sun. Hopefully, you'll get a little bit of tan, just a little bit, just a little. But you are kind of out there on your own. There really aren't many other guys out there who are doing it, and it feels a little funny in a way. But I'm getting used to that. I think that's part of it. It's like I kind of have to get over that. Um, I guess worry about how I look and what other people are thinking and all that kind of stuff, and just kind of do it. Same thing. I think that's part of it with the dancing too. It's like I'm not a good dancer. I'm knowing not a good dancer. I feel really self-conscious when I'm doing it, and it's like, you know what? You gotta get over that. You gotta quit. So today, anyway, back on topic. I went to the park, walked through the park, had my shirt off, and I didn't think I really got any sun. But now that I'm looking at my picture here while I'm doing this, it's like, well, maybe you did get just a little bit today. Not a lot, but a little bit. So I was doing that. I watched a new dance video. I found this course with just simple, basic stuff to try to work on. And so while I was in the park, I tried to do some of that a little bit as well. Some of the just trying to just kind of get a little bit. So I did a little bit of that. And I haven't really done any Portuguese yet today. I have been last week. I was out of town, so I couldn't do. I have been doing 2 lessons a week on italki with a tutor in Brazil, Adriano, who's amazing. I've said that a lot of times, but if you've not tried it out, if you're trying to learn a language, you want a tutor, get on italki, look for one, and maybe if you're looking for one of the languages that Adriano teaches, you can even use him as your tutor. And he is awesome. He is Brazilian, so obviously he speaks Portuguese. He also speaks English, French, German, Spanish, I believe. I think it's 6 languages. And he speaks them all fluently enough that he can teach them. I know that he was also learning Russian, but I don't think he teaches Russian. But he's really great. So if you're looking for language help and all that stuff, you might try out italki, and you might even look for Adriano, see if maybe he can help you out, because he's amazing. But again, back to the thing, since I was gone last week, I really couldn't do that. So I don't know. I may try to get a couple of lessons in this week, and then the following week I go to Porto. So I might be able to get 2, maybe 3 more lessons in with Adriano. I still have just kind of thinking about things to do. I still probably have to worry about shoes. I know I have to worry about getting a swimsuit. Um, I ordered some stuff, and I expected it to be here when I got back, and it hadn't gotten here yet. So I'm kind of worried about that. I don't know if that's going to come before I leave or not. I hope it does. When I get that, I want to show. That'll be a video. I'll show you one of those things. So that's kind of the state of where things are. Trying a little bit of the dance kind of stuff. Got out, did a little, walk, got a little bit of sun. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get much sun before I go. I would like to have at least a little bit of sun, just a base one to look better. I mean, to look better, but also to try to make it so that I don't get sunburned when I'm there, because that can really ruin the vacation if you get sunburned. And I thought, if I can get kind of a base layer where I don't have to worry about getting sunburned, that might be nice. And I'm still working on the Portuguese. I'm started kind of getting to the inevitable phase of this. It's like, whatever it is, I don't know that anything I do in the next 2 weeks is going to make that big of a difference. And I've been learning more about the differences between Brazilian Portuguese and Portuguese in Portugal. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know, but We'll find out. We're about to find out. Before we know it, we'll be knowing. We'll have firsthand experience on that. So that's how it's going. And I have not made a plan yet for the other videos this week. I'll probably work on that this evening or maybe tomorrow morning, and see if we can kind of figure out what we're going to do here. And but we're counting down. It's 14 days, and it is the day of my nephew's wedding. And so, you know, I guess we're getting to the point where I just have to say, wish me luck. I really want to. You know what I really wanted to do, and I can't ever get any of my family members to help me with this. Um, I wouldn't say that they've said no, but it's like, I ask them like, hey, can what about this? Can you do this or that? And it's like, oh yeah, oh sure, yeah, I can do that. Get with me later about that. Of course, it's like it never happens. So we'll see. I'm hoping that when we get on a plane and we get there, and some of the other family members are there, those videos, I'm hoping, cross my fingers, that I don't have any problems uploading or any of that kind of stuff while I'm there. If I do, I'm just gonna have to beg indulgence from you guys. If it doesn't work out, I'm just gonna have to beg you, please forgive me, and I'll upload them late. But I'm hoping that I'll have some of the family members in some of those videos at least, because we'll all be there together, and I think I can shame them into it. All right, my friends, that's it. It'll be here before you know it. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, maybe you can give me a like or share it with somebody else who might enjoy it. And maybe you can even subscribe and kind of follow us along until we go to Porto for my nephew's wedding. And when we get back, I don't know what the next 50-day challenge will be, but we will figure that out. So take care, my friends. Thanks for watching. Bye.